The moment Aaron Judge placed a sizable bet on himself by rejecting the Yankees' preseason contract offer, it was clear that the slugger would become one of the league's central storylines during the 2022 season. Aaron Judge's historic season has him in line for a huge contract, one many expect will exceed $300 million and establish a new record for average annual value for a position player, topping Mike Trout's $35.5 million. Only 9 players in history have signed deals worth $300 million, giving Judge a chance to join that exclusive club. The $300 million question is, which team will Judge be playing for in 2023 and beyond? Here's a look of 5 possible landing spots for Judge. His spot, the New York Yankees. The Yankees offered Judge a 7-year, $213.5 million extension prior to the season, but the outfielder decided to bet on himself and play out his walk year. The bet has obviously paid off for Judge, whose monster year has him as a firm American League MVP frontrunner. New York understands the value of star power, and there hasn't been a bigger star in pinstripes since Derek Jeter retired 8 years ago. It would be surprising to see the Yankees let Judge leave the Bronx, where fans continue to flock to see his powerful swing. If he signs a long-term deal to stay with the Yankees, Judge will also likely be named the team's first captain since Jeter. Second landing spot, the New York Mets. Imagine the back pages will see if the Mets made a move to sign Judge away from the Yankees. It seems unimaginable that the Yankees will allow Judge to sign across town, but Steve Cohen has enough money to make things interesting. The Mets have their own issues to address this offseason, most notably what to do with Jacob deGrom, who is expected to opt out of his contract. Closer Edwin Diaz is also headed for free agency, while starters Chris Bassitt and Taijuan Walker are expected to become free agents as well. Signing Judge would excite an already enthusiastic fan base, but GM Billy Epler figures to focus on pitching this winter. Third landing spot, the Boston Red Sox. Plenty of players have jumped from one side of the rivalry to the other, but none will cause the aftershock that Judge to Boston would create. This doesn't feel like a likely scenario, but after a disappointing season that ended with the last place finish in the American League East, the Red Sox could try to make a big splash in free agency. But would Judge actually spurn the Yankee fans and sign with the hated Red Sox? Aaron Judge was asked that question in September, and while he didn't say he was ready to move to the North End just yet, he also didn't rule anything out. Fourth landing spot, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Like the Mets, the Dodgers have other areas of concern heading into the offseason. Trey Turner and Clayton Kershaw are among the top free agents on the roster, making shortstop in the starting rotation 2 of their main priorities. That said, it's silly to count out the Dodgers when it comes to any big-name free agent. In fact, sources say Los Angeles, which could have had more than $120 million coming off the books this winter, might let Turner walk and make a serious bid for Judge. Mookie Betts is apparently willing to move to second base per sources, which will free up right field for Aaron Judge. In the final landing spot, the San Francisco Giants. Ask almost anybody inside the game which team will pry Judge away from the Bronx, and the first answer is probably the Giants, who have been looking for a face of the franchise type of star to succeed Buster Posey. San Francisco took swings for both Giancarlo Stanton and Bryce Harper in recent years, showing that the Giants aren't afraid to pay a star player. With only $92 million in salaries committed in 2023, a number that will likely drop to $70 million if Carlos Rondon opts out, and $20.5 million guaranteed in 2024, the Giants have plenty of payroll flexibility. And Judge is from Linden, California, less than 100 miles from Oracle Park. Coming home might not be a determining factor for Judge, but it could prove to be a selling point for the Giants.